So, all right, guys, welcome once again to the LAPOTEE Show, where we talk about relationship conversations, anything that has got to do with relationship. So interesting. Today it just happens to be we are sitting at the table of men,
Yeah.
and I just
think we're
wanted
letting
to
it all
talk
out.
something that has got to do with men. It's women always have this notion that they know men, and today that I'm sitting here with men, I wanted to talk about something what men really want. It's interesting. Women always have this assumption, notion that they really know what men want, but sometimes it's good to hear from the men, hear from the men's perspective, and know actually what men really want. So I just want to ask you, Martin, what do you really think women will want in a relationship?
Very good question. I think loyalty is very important.
So you said
Like,
loyalty. Why do you think men want loyalty? Because sometimes some men want loyalty from the women, but men can actually get the loyalty and yet they will not stay loyal.
Okay.
So
based off of what he said, I think that's like one of the foundation of a relationship, loyalty. Well, in this case, I think it is appropriate since you asked that what do men want?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You said now that women, on the other hand, women give loyalty in some cases, and men still aren't loyal. Still, regardless, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. If a woman is giving that loyalty, and the man still end up cheating or misbehaving and doing all sort of things, then do you think the loyalty is enough?
That's a hard one. That's a difficult.
I mean, this is just between women having this conversation, because I'm sure Martin is married, right? Martin has kids.
Maybe the reason why I said loyalty is important.
So it's Godwin who told me he's been in a relationship for 17 years. You know what I'm saying? So now the point I'm trying to find out is it must be something that has really made you to stay. Because for a man to finally decide to settle in a place with a woman, there must be a reason.
Yeah.
Another point which is very important is that the woman is supportive and makes the man even stronger than he was before.
Oh, okay.
That's another important point. A good point is that she can cook.
Okay.
Always good.
She can cook. Did you say cook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Okay.
I also can cook. It's not that I can't cook and that I'm not cooking, but...
To what extent can a woman be supportive that is going to make a man stay in a relationship?
Before I answer that, if you mind me, I have to let me start with my own point. Say loyalty. Before we say, all right, she should be loyal. You have your views of it. I think personally, what I want from anybody, it doesn't matter your race or whatever, just bring me peace.
Peace. Oh, okay.
I feel like peace is the package.
Peace,
right?
Okay.
So peace is the package that includes loyalty, whatever it is, being supportive and everything. Okay. And then he added, he said, know how to cook. No, which is right. I mean, let's be honest, right? Whomever is the primary caretaker of the kids, for instance, if you decide to have kids, should know how to cook. Whoever is like the primary caretaker of the situations at home should know how to cook. Else we will be forced to order food every day. I know how to cook. Do I expect my partner to know how to cook to be a chef? No.
Okay.
I do not be dependent. I wouldn't want to be dependent on my partner for that. Okay. I know how to cook. I want to be able to do that. But I think the package is just peace. If that person comes with peace, that peace just makes the home. That's what makes it a home.
I think personally, if you ask me, what really make a man stays in a relationship differs from one man to the other. And then personally, if you ask me, so if you say peace, I can say peace is one of the few, but you can put it all in one package and say peace sum it all.
But
someone can bring you peace Someone can bring you peace, but at the end of the day, that aspect that they don't know how to cook, you can't say that is peace. Peace is more related to something called peace of mind. She give you that, she make your head rest. It's okay. Imagine you have a lady, anytime she comes home, she have everything clean, everything, but the food that she cooks, you're like, this is why I keep going to Mama Put. This is why I keep eating outside. You know,
I will disagree. I will disagree with you on that.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind. Okay, you see, when you said, what if she doesn't know how to cook? I think in 2024, anybody can cook.
No, but
it's not the most important.
That's why I say it differs from men to men. I was just asking Martin his own point of view, and he said, what's going to make a man stay, or what's going to make him stay, or what's made him stay in his relationship if because of, he mentioned supportive, loyalty, and somebody who knows how to cook. I can use myself for instance. I remember some time ago, that's long time, my dad said, I mean, that could be years ago, when he was going for a woman, one of the things that he watched out for, a woman who knows how to cook.
Yes.
And this is when we take it back to Africa, you know, our forefathers, those were the things that seems to matter to them. So probably when my dad mentioned the word cook, it might not be only food, but he look at other things. So when we are adding what are the things that make a man stay, maybe in my dad's situation, his own was food was one of the utmost priority. So once you are mentioning yours, you mention yours, and then we sum it up. So like I said, probably the women always assume that they know men better. This is a table of men having discussion. Yeah, exactly.
But you see, there's another thing, right? There's another thing. Don't you think, because I want to hit the note on that cooking part, don't you think that, what if she knows how to cook very well, right? And she doesn't give you peace.
Okay.
So the food is really good.
Okay.
She does this lady.
Okay. I don't know. There's been some couple of African men who don't mind. One of the things that they look at more is nyash. You understand me?
You know what nyash is?
There are some men that they say to my head, I don't mind, provided a woman has got big butt, that's enough for me. So when we are talking about things that make a man stay, we cannot just pick. Every man differs. That's why I'm saying.
That's true.
He's an European, I'm an African, you are an African, you are Niger, I'm Ghanaian. You understand me? So we having this discussion might give people a fair idea of the things that make some man stay. You might meet a man, definitely he's not going to stay. It does not mean that when you meet a man and all the things that I'm saying, that's going to make a man. Probably it might be some of the things that I'm saying, some of the things that you are mentioning, what he's saying is what that particular man needs, you understand? So that's what we are trying to get to. So like I said, I know some men will stay based on nyash. Some people will say, me, when I see him, I don't mind, even if she doesn't know how to cook, like you said, we can order food.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I say if that's the case, like in a situation where if she doesn't know how to cook, will be forced, given that she's this person, the primary caretaker of, will be forced to order food.
She'll be forced to order food,
which is not good.
Some men prefer their women to cook for them.
I prefer. That's I think you didn't get my point. My point was, unfortunately, if this person does not know how to cook, then we will be forced to then order food. But then thinking about it from another perspective, then I then said, well, in the end, in 2024, anybody can learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Because even if you meet a person, right, who doesn't, let's say, for instance, you marry a lady that comes from a culture where she doesn't know how to cook, for instance, right? And she intends on learning. That's where you could actually build a bond through that, by doing something together. If you know how to cook, you teach her.
That's true.
If you don't know how to cook, you both go online. That's why I said everybody can learn how to cook in South Africa.
That's easy.
You are saying the food should not be one of the main things a man should watch, or some men watch if they want to stay.
No, I can't tell men what they should look out for, but rather I could be like, if it's something you can control, then it shouldn't bother you. I don't know if you get my point. It's like bodybuilding. If you know you need to eat to gain weight, then don't really bother yourself over that. If it's a different thing if the person has like health issues that they have no power or control over, then it's a different thing. So that's how I see it. Rather than stress yourself over it, if it's something that you can fix, don't stress over it. As long as the person who is on the other side of the table, your partner, is ready to fix that part. If it's a skill, you can learn it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You should be ready to learn from each other, and yes.
In your opinion right now, you said peace is one of the things that will make a man stay, or that made you stay in your relationship right now?
Yo,
Yeah. And
I
I
think
said,
there's nothing bigger than go ahead. Sorry, you.
yeah, no, shoot, you shoot.
Okay, there is nothing. All right, so there's this framework I know about. It's called the regret minimization framework, right?
Okay.
Where you look at life from the perspective of like an old man. In my case, for instance, let's say you look at life from the perspective of an 80-year-old. Okay, so you want to make a decision today, and you say, all right, before I make this decision, you look at it like you're an old man, and you're thinking, this decision, is it going to affect my life positively? You know, how is this decision going to be of impact? When I'm old and weak, do I see this as the right decision? Right? And if you ask me, when I'm old and weak, I would want to have a person by my side with whom I have done life with whom I had good times with whom I lived in peace with. That is how I see it. So if this person is unable to give me peace, and one might say, oh, well, this peace, like, because especially what does a man want? This peace that you are searching for, how do you think you could receive it from this person? I mean, first of all, just don't give me headache. So I want to be able to be 80 with you and still have conversations with you.
You see, what make a man stay? Personally, I feel like the peace is the utmost part. It's a no bargaining. That one is the first thing that should be on the table. Like, I mean, because once you're not giving somebody peace, trust me, when he goes out, he doesn't even want to come home.
Yes.
You understand me? So the peace is established. Every man wants somebody who's gonna give peace, that peace of mind. But aside the peace, we've mentioned loyalty, and like you say, for you, the person has to know how to cook. Which my brother here argued that as for the cooking,
Not
even
the
the
most
person does
important
not-
thing, but
Well, even though it's important, if the person doesn't know how to cook, it's something the person can learn.
Yeah.
But a woman who does not have a good attitude, there's no way a man can stay in that.
You don't find it on YouTube.
no, true.
You don't find it on YouTube.
That is something you don't find. And what are some other things that you think that make a man stay? Because I'm asking this, sometimes men will go like, oh, I want a very beautiful woman. That man finds that beautiful woman, beautiful, and then he still lives. And when you look at the one that the man decides to settle with, like, but your ex was even beautiful than your current one. So
Yeah, I've seen situations like this before. Yeah.
You know, it's
you have something to
interesting.
say?
I like, yeah, you want to say something?
I was thinking about something, and then I wasn't sure how to
Frame it.
frame it. Yeah, it's hard to say why someone leaves someone, but it's somehow, I guess it's human that you always think you can find something better, and you always have in your fantasy something like, but it's never real, or normally, very often it's not real. So it really makes sense when you found a good wife. It makes sense to stay. But people go too easily to someone else, and after it, they regret it.
Yeah. Well, I have to. When he said something, he said, when you find a good wife. Remember, we were having a conversation earlier where we spoke about things like this. And during our conversation, we said something. We're like, I told him, I was like, personally, I don't look out for red flags in people.
Okay.
Because I feel like, yeah, it's a red flag. But as a man who probably, let's say you're searching for something as a man.
Okay.
How I would approach it, right, is this. As I said earlier, I will let you, I'll take my time. Whether you're good or bad, in the eyes of people, I won't look at you through the eyes of other people. I'll let you be your good or bad. But one thing is, you could only fake it for a while, but you cannot fake it forever, right? When I then know that you are a person who does not leave your house without wearing your wristwatch, the day I see you without your wristwatch for 2 weeks, I start asking questions, because now that's your real you, right? So what I'm trying to say in essence is this, right? When you find a good person, you find an amazing human being, and you're with this person, the chances of you finding such people again are rare. Most people go through life and they still do not find their person.
But if I may say something, right before you said that, Martin says something that some people are of this mindset of always trying to find something much better.
I think that's
so
human.
so even though they get to a point whereby they are supposed to settle, they always think there's something that is better ahead. So in other words, and this is a mindset. So that means some men actually don't stay just because of the way they program themselves. They're always on the look that there's always something better than what they have already.
I think it's just contempt.
So they're not content with what they have. So it's irrespective of how good whatever they are around, just because they have it in their mind.
Yeah, I think that's equally the pressure that we have around us too, because we live in times where it has. I don't think it has ever been. No, I wouldn't want to compare, but it is really difficult for men too. You know, given that inflation, there's so much to do to achieve right now, and if we're unable to do certain things, we're seen as, oh, you're unable to do this, you're unable to do that, and life is getting more expensive and everything. So it's difficult for a man because now he doesn't want to fail, because if he fails, the world will be like, you see, you failed. And especially a person who has like a fragile ego could actually break. So you're being careful with the person you're building life with, because you're married, you know that you want to come back home after a bad day to a person who tells you, even when the world says you failed, to me,
you're still a winner.
You're a winner. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay, let's make this go around. I don't know if I can start from you or start from you. Martin, like I say again, I know you're married, you have your kids, you have your family. When you met your woman, what made you finally to say that, oh, I am staying with this person? Because we are talking about things that make a man stays. You know what I mean?